All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. My name's Melissa, and tonight we'll be talking to you about a gardening tool that's near and dear to many of our hearts and is pretty new to my home. I only had one outdoor growing season in the middle of the summer last year, and as you can see, I have it here in my kitchen behind me. So we'll show you how big it is, and it is, well, small enough to fit in my kitchen. So, all right, there's Miss Harper. All right, let's share screen. Whoop, and we're not at the beginning. Make you guys small. All right, everybody can see that? All righty, all right. So we're talking about the Tower Garden because our food supply today there are many problems in our present day food supply. So our food quality is decreasing, our environmental toxins are increasing, and the cost of our food is going up. And we really thought the food cost was going up when COVID started. And now it's like, I feel like much, much worse. Food cost is affected by the price of gas, which we're also struggling with at the moment. And droughts, early and late freezes can change how everything grows. And growing your own or purchasing food local is fresher, it's more nutritious, causes less pollution, and obviously requires less gas. So by growing, hold on, there we go. By growing vertically with this innovative gardening system that you see on the right, there's two Flex Tower Gardens, you can save space and you have fresh veggies right in your backyard. And the really cool thing is you're the only one that touches it. So I literally can just like grab this off of here, and we made a salad. And even Aaron was like, is that Tower salad? Because it tastes different. And Sean said that today. My brother-in-law too said it tastes different. So let's check out how it works. I'm going to show you a little video. Come on, buddy. There we go.
Tower Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your Tower Garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden the healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
Okay. Oops, sorry, hold on. All right, so Tower Garden is actually a really earth-friendly choice, and there's 4 main reasons why. So it leaves a smaller carbon footprint. So we don't have to go from the store, from the farm to a truck, to the market, to our plate. We can literally go from our tower to our plate. It only uses 10% of the land and water versus traditional farming. And the vertical design uses 90% less water, less land required to grow the same amount of produce. And it recycles 100% of its nutrients and water. So like it said in the video, so there you can see the top, and I have lights on mine. The water just comes from the bottom, goes up through the top, and then it goes right back down to the bottom. So I filled this maybe in January, and I haven't filled it back up yet with water. And because of the nutrient blend that you get with the tower, you don't need pesticides or herbicides, and the nutrients actually help the plants grow stronger. And what do we need for a tower garden? So you can see it's 2.5 cubic feet. So it doesn't take up a lot of room, needs 6 to 8 hours of sun. With the lights I have on, I think I have them on about 14 hours just because we're inside. 20 gallons of water and 0.02 kilowatts. So it barely uses any electricity. So you should not expect to see a dramatic increase in your electric bill. All right, so this is the fun part for me. So research. So as a pharmacist, the Tower Garden by Juice Plus is even researched. So at the University of Mississippi, they compared a soil garden to the Tower Garden Flex by Juice Plus. So the Flex is the big model on the right, and the Tower Garden Home is on the left. It's a smaller model, you have smaller plants. So what they found was that there is 30% more yield and the produce grew 3 times faster. This is a safe and nutritious system, and it takes up 90% less space and uses 98% less water, like we said. So this is really cool to me, and I'm really excited to take my tower outside for this summer because I'm just excited to start another growing season. So I'm going to pass it on to Bridget, who's going to tell us a little more.
Okay. Hold on one sec. All right. Can you hear me? I think I got myself unmuted there. Okay. Hi guys, I'm Bridget. I'm in Maryland and I love our tower garden. We've had ours for about, I think this is going to be our 5th growing season with it. And I don't know why I took so long to actually dive in and get one for our family. It has been the best thing. I loved gardening, but I realized over the years, I love like traditional gardening. I love the beginning of it where you're excited and you're planting your seeds and like they start to sprout. And then I love the end of it when they're like, you can like pick all the stuff, but like the middle was like awful. I would forget to water, the weeds would take over, the squirrels would run away with my tomatoes. It was just so frustrating. And I used to think like, why am I even doing this? But the tower garden has made all of that headache part kind of go away. So they're so great. And they are, like you'll see here, built to last. So I've had mine for 5 seasons. I know I have friends that have had theirs for 10 years or longer. The plastic is FDA food grade compliant, which is very important because we don't want chemicals leaching out of the plastic into our food. I've talked to people that are like, oh, I could make one of those out of PVC pipe. Like, oh, I don't know if you want to do that. And we know it's free of harmful components. And it's, like I said, it's designed for sustainability and decades of use. It lasts in the sun. Friends of ours live in Florida, and Karen's on here. She was in Florida for a long time. I mean, they have theirs sitting outside in the Florida sun, Texas sun, Georgia sun, year round. And these things hold up for years. And what I love is it has really brought my kids more into the gardening aspect, and it's so much fun for them. You know, they help me plant, and then they actually go out, and ours is on our deck, and they'll steal a little leaf here and there and think they're getting away with eating a piece of lettuce. And I'm just like, yay, they're eating lettuce. So they love it. And we grow what we like to eat. So therefore we eat more because it's growing and I don't want it to go to waste. So it's always right there. It's easily at my fingertips. It's right out I have mine outside when the weather's nice here. So it's like right outside out of my back door, 2 steps out of my back door, and I can make a salad and we're eating it, 20 minutes after I picked it. And then everything you see in this picture on the left, all those other supplies, that's what it comes with. So you get everything that you need that shows up at your house, and it's like plug and play. You read the directions, which are super simple. You put it together, you plug it in, and you start your seedlings and you're ready to go. And I just thought I have here, just to show everyone, some of the items that you see here. So in the front, you see this like light green thing. This is the rock wool. And this is what you plant the seeds in. So we don't need dirt. And that's the great thing about the tower garden. There's no dirt, therefore there's no weeds. So you plant your seeds in this, and this is the growing medium, and they will sprout. I give you some of this. It's called vermiculite. It's just like I don't know what it is exactly, but you put it on top of your seedlings. And then after you leave these in the house or outside until they start to sprout. And when they're like this big, then you pop them in these little cups that you'll see there into this, and it goes right in those ports on your tower, and boom, it's ready to go, and it's growing, and it's a lot of fun. It also comes with a starter kit of seeds, and then plant food and a pump. That's right, it comes with a pump. All right, Melissa. So like she mentioned, you can see we have 2 different models. The one on the left is called the Tower Garden Flex. That was the original one that came out. And the one on the right with the smaller white base, that is the Tower Garden Home. So the Flex is great for if you're going to do mostly outdoor growing. You can grow larger things on the Flex because it has a larger base. It holds more water. So you can grow like, cucumbers. They're going to like trail away from it, onto something. You can grow tomatoes that get big, peppers, things that grow like the fruiting vegetables. Whereas the home version is really great for like lettuces and herbs, small fruiting things. It's great for indoors. They made it with a sleeker, like more slender base. So it can almost like Melissa has it, like it becomes part of your home decor, and then both versions, you can attach the lights to grow indoors. Oh, the home also comes with wheels, so you can kind of move it around easily. And then with the Flex, you can add on more growing ports. So it comes with 20, but you can buy extensions to grow even more than just the 20. Okay, so what can you grow? There's a lot you can grow. You can see the list. Basically anything that does not grow in the dirt, like root vegetables, because we don't have dirt. So you can't grow like carrots or potatoes, and you can't grow anything that grows like on a bush. So you couldn't grow like blueberries. My daughter wanted to grow lemons, but you can't grow lemons because that's a tree. So anything else you can grow, even flowers. I like to put marigolds in mine because they look really pretty. They help bring butterflies. And there's lots of edible flowers if you look closely at the list. But basically, I always tell everyone, grow what your family likes to eat mostly, and then try a couple new things. So like over the years, we've like grown Swiss chard and realized we love it. We've grown bok choy, lemon balm. These are things that I would have never bought at the store, but we try them and we really like them. So there's a long list of fruits, veggies, herbs, edible flowers, ornamental flowers. And this is, we have a great customer Facebook group where you will have access to all of this kind of information. Okay, so, and these are like there's so many options as far as growing. You can see down here on the left, like that person, they have 4 towers. I think they kind of like become addictive. I actually now have 2. This will be my first year with 2. So our goal is to grow strawberries on our second tower. But you can grow them indoors, you can grow them outdoors. you can do all lettuce if your family just loves salads. You could do all herbs if you like to cook. So there's so many different possibilities of where it can go. We know a gal who lives kind of the RV life with her family, and they're traveling the country in an RV, and they have a tower garden that they take with them. So there's just so many options. And because Melissa said it only needs 2.5 square feet of space, I mean, it can really fit anywhere. Like there's somewhere you can put it outside your door. I used to have mine outside our back patio. Now in our new house, it's on our deck. So many different options. Oh, here we go. I was just kind of talking about that. That's my tower on the left at our house, our old house before we moved. But like there's some cauliflower. There's a pretty one on the deck there. So tower gardens are grown anywhere and everywhere. So balconies, kitchen, dining areas, apartment living, the garden at AT&T Park in San Francisco, like the Giant Stadium has tower garden. There are rooftops in New York City that have tower gardens, and then they use them for restaurants. I think Chicago O'Hare Airport has tower gardens in the middle of the airport, and they grow and they use what they grow in the restaurants in the airport. And then in Hawaii, so that they have a huge tower farm in Hawaii, and that way it helps cut down on like importing costs and them getting the produce. So really anywhere, there's so many possibilities. Go ahead. Nope. So I'm going to turn it over to Jen, and Jen is going to share a little bit more about her tower gardens and the classroom.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer. I received my tower garden through a grant for school. So we just got the tower 2019 in December. So excited, got it all set up, and we had it in a spare classroom, and the seedlings were just coming out, and then pandemic hit. Obviously I left the tower there. We had no idea. We thought, oh, we'll be gone for 2 weeks. Well, I ended up going back with my son and daughter. We broke the whole tower down with all these little seedlings and brought it all home. So the picture on the left is my tower downstairs in my basement. So as I continued to be on Zoom that year, we would check in with the tower, and I would show them how the plants were growing. And then actually at the end of the year, when they came to pick up all of the supplies from their desk, I had a little baggie with lettuce in for each of the students. So that was our first year. The tower is successful. The teaching was a little limited. So as teachers, we can have access to resources to support our curriculum and even some lesson plans. This year, we're finally back in person starting in September. So on the right-hand side, you see one of my students is holding, that's one of those little rock wools in the little black netting, that is the plant that came out of there. So we take the whole net out, the roots are hanging, you can't see them there, a little bit you can see, the roots are hanging like this far down. We ended up feeding everyone in my class. Oh, there, Melissa, hold that up. The kids always like to see the roots. That ended up feeding every student in my class. I have 24 students. There might've been a couple absent that day, maybe 4 students were absent. Everyone had a little bit of a salad on their plate. And like Bridget was saying, if you make it with your family, if you make it with the kids in the classroom, they are going to want to eat it. You know, I had kids trying, we had arugula. So I said, this is going to be a little spicy, a little peppery. And they would rip it up into small pieces, and they just sprinkled it on the other leaf lettuce. The only thing we didn't try yet that's on the tower is the kale. So I want to find a friendly recipe that I think they would like, and then we'll be having our 3rd salad party. So our mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. And with the tower garden, we would like to do that one patio at a time. So as we just talked about, you are going to eat healthier. You're growing the food. You're not going to waste it. It's very easy right there in your kitchen on the back patio. You can grab it, as we talked about, making a salad with your dinner. I even have, when it was here 2 years ago, my son would come out of his room after his virtual teaching and like just grab some lettuce leaves off the tower and eat them. So it does encourage healthier eating. It's way easier. No dirt, no weeding. It's basically maintenance free. You are only adding water and your nutrients. So it's less space, less water being used, grows faster, it's safe, and it provides more nutritious vegetables. So it just makes sense. I would do you a disservice if I didn't tell you a little bit about the other products that Juice Plus offers. So on the right-hand side there, you see the Tower Garden. In the center are our fruit, veggie, and berry capsules. So the capsules have 30 different fruits and vegetables picked at the peak of ripeness, dried, pulverized into powders, packed with phytonutrients and antioxidants. On the top left, the little scoop there, that's our complete shake mix. So here's a vanilla packet. You can use this for smoothies, smoothie bowls. You can mix it with water, milk, almond milk. I like to do something just easy, the mix, almond milk and frozen fruit. It's packed with 14 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber. It is vegan and gluten-free. The orange capsules are our omega capsules. It is a full spectrum omega, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. And our omegas are all plant-based. No fish, skips the fish, and goes straight to the plants. This is the variety of fruits and vegetables that you can find in the fruit, veggie, and berry blend. You can see there's a large variety and many different colors. Obviously, we cannot eat this all in one day, but with the capsules, it makes it very easy. This is our brand new shake mix called Perform. So this has more protein, 25 grams of protein. So it can be for someone that does light, moderate exercise, someone that exercises very hard, and even for athletes. You see the 25 grams of plant-based protein are supporting your muscle growth. The natural B vitamins for energy production and mental performance. I love the beetroot and the tart cherry for recovery. And again, it is vegan, gluten-free, non-dairy, and non-GMO. Only 6 grams of sugar per serving. So we have a ton of resources here, as Bridget was mentioning, to offer you. When you become part of this community, you will have Juice Plus distributors like us. You will be invited to several events. We have a ton of Facebook groups. Here you can see you'll have access to cookbooks. There's recipes for shakes. With the shake mix, I like to make energy bites. The community is here to support you on your journey. So now that you've joined us, if you have decided to do one thing to make a difference in your life, that's great. If you decided I would like to learn more about the Tower Garden, maybe become a customer, that's great. If you decided maybe I'd like to learn more about some of the other Juice Plus products, that's awesome too. You might even be thinking you'd like to join us as a partner. Whatever little spark you have inside you, go with it, ask questions. We're going to stop the recording in a moment and you'll be free to ask any questions that you like. You can also reach out to the person that has invited you for more information. So thank you so much for taking a little bit of your time this evening, and we're glad that you joined us.